Hello, WVCA preschool families. We want to give you a tour today of our preschool classroom and how we have organized the environment, materials, and individual cubbies of the students in anticipation of your return to school. This is our cubby areas, and you'll see that all the children are going to have their own individual space. Here's an example of the caddy that we refer to in our COVID-19 classroom policies. Every student will have their own markers, crayons. We even have their own scissors, bubbles, tissues, paint, and colored pencils. This will be marked and in their own cubby for when we do arts and crafts in the classroom. Every student every day will also have a bin with their name on it that will include individual materials that have been cleaned and sanitized, maybe a book, a puzzle, and some manipulatives that have been also cleaned and sanitized for individual use. And so at the end of every day, the classroom teacher and our brand new support teacher will take those materials and sanitize them and clean them overnight so that there's shared use in the days that follow. So let's have you take a look at what that looks like. Each day the children will still have a circle time with physical distancing, and then they will break off into small groups. In this preschool classroom, they have a building table where the table is already organized for 2 children to play in parallel play, which is what we're going to be focusing on. So they still have that social interaction, but with physical distancing. This table will be for sensory play with individual bins and materials. Over here is the art table, which is made extended because we know more children are likely going to want to play here. We also are going to continue to have the individual art station and our dramatic play area for up to 2 children at one time, and our library area. You'll also see on the floor that the teachers have started to put tape to show children where and how to line up before hand washing, as well as step-by-step instructions for hand washing, which we will be teaching too in the first 2 weeks of returning to school. This is the classroom material cleaning station. As children are done with their materials, they'll come over here and place the materials that they've used into the dirty section, where the teacher will then take it for sanitizing and cleaning. And when it's ready for another student to use and play, it'll be here on this side for the children who are waiting for it. Otherwise, it'll be back in their learning environment with our manipulatives that are easy to clean and play. The preschool outdoor playground is going to be continued to be used by our children with all of the variety of the materials and bikes and trikes that we have outside. In between small groups of children playing out on the yard, the teachers, especially our identified classroom support teacher, will be cleaning and sanitizing after each small group of use, and also on demand if we see children touch their faces, noses, or mouth, and then back to the playground structure. So this will be cleaned throughout the day and before and after use of all the different small groups of children.